What do you be na hona? One send you be na can't me use soon later.
Can't inti na fatum.
So and me be real na be use na me de no na ama big akwaba. Babu,
Minia.
Mama chia ye tie for ya hwefo e na no pay. O de nsem bebre na e de aba. Makacho say do samre ya transfers headquarters ya tena se udi bi aba me de bi ba big susu de bi ba enti transfers update bi a wo pe details bi a wo pe bia no aha say ye bebie masanim amwo hu de ekoso e wo club a wo support e wo amanone enti team bi a support bia no obetima join ni wo Facebook odo message ne beto no am ye hu team a wo support ye ba be rem ne de latest ni na e de aba Kwakuma mention asem free Barcelona. Said the only two just say Kundi any Barcelona timi areche agreement say Kundi ebe renew ne contract till 2030 no. No kre. Na Kundi contract ebe wu nyame ya adoma 2027. Na Barcelona side mfie ni bia ka Kundi ho. A omudi akọ 2030. Anyame ya adom omu free pre-season no omu akopiem ewo Asia ne ba oba be renew. Now the reason why Emma Barcelona for accelerate deal ne pan ye say na Manchester City for tata Kundi. Barca for sorry na Man City for ascend intermediaries aboma so ye say Man City for ese omu pekundi. Enti the way na Barcelona for head the rate na Manchester City for tata Kundi na was say Barcelona for accelerate the deal. And ma deku Asia ESN for no and representing Kundi. And at the time Manchester City for Eddie 80 million euros about Barcelona so ye no. And the Barcelona for whom say Manchester City for any abri Kundi so. And so man yen quick. Na oment me extend Kundi contract no man agree Manchester City for ebe to make mokwa yo mo ho. Enti Manchester City for ebe na no mo de tata Barcelona no. Ana ma Barcelona for accelerate Kundi deal no. Enti say ne de or agree to 2030. It means say Manchester City enyam befa Kundi. Manchester City enyam befa Kundi. Barca any abrante no a reach agreement 2030. Rightly as you said, Omuria, the next person Frankie de Jong. After Kunde no, the next player Barcelona who him say ombetimi assigning a extended contract. Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong so a contract ebe wu nyame ya adoma 2026. Barca pesa omode 3 more years esaka Frankie de Jong. Now the reason why omuntimi areche agreement ni nyina na say Frankie de Jong and the agents no issues kakra opeso osesa ne nsa no. No the new team adwuma. Enti waka Barcelona for say opeso sorting the agents no esi chu ni wie. Omu wie bibia na afide the next player Barcelona and then be agree no betimi extend the contract no Frankie de Jong. And to be honest ade na Barcelona for no ne kwan so pepepe. Barcelona enam kwan pa ne so. Se uye team na opese obodi a strong team a betima compete animu ya a betima sa compete in the nearby future ade a odi kan ye ne say u key players no u make sure say u be keep omo se opese obodi a strong team na u key players untimi keep omo a untimi build a strong team esa ade bia no obe we wadwen say o ye real building sa so what check Barcelona say Lami Yama 2031 and on renew the contract about Kodru. Rafinha ne contract about 2028. Dani Olmo contract about 2030. Gavi a contract about 2030. Pedri contract about 2030. Baudi contract about 2028. Pau Kubasi contract about 2029. Ana say Kundi a contract omo de ko 2030. So adia Barcelona paying for say omo key players ni nyina no omo long term contractor entimi enkofa pressure embeto omo so ebekipu saa players we nyina no e Barcelona bobo konim enti si ye compete anim anim ya no owo ni key players no the nearby future no so no omo contract ne wa betima sa compete the nearby future enti so far there Barcelona bibi ekokoye in terms of keeping omo key players. So after Koundé, the next player Barcelona air try say obe renew the contract no Frankie de Jong. Inter Milan for any Ademola Lookman a situation no. Inter Milan for offer omo new offer no de akoma Atlanta no. 42 million euros and only a guarantee fee. Guarantee fee ni a scar Abranti no ode tono. Enti Inter for offer Atlanta 42 million euros as the guarantee fee. And omode 3 million euros eka ho se eno na ye add-ons no. Otimi achieve nyoma wo so otimi achieve a omu Inter for be say 3 million euros e dia ma Atlanta. Enti se oka the fees fee any add-ons na boma 45 million euros. And Inter for the new offer from the akwa Atlanta no. Atlanta for pay 50 million euros. Eno ana Ademola Lookman ni agency roof agency almost schedule meeting between Atlanta and Inter Milan nyame adoma next week hopefully omo ogidi say yesi next week ma Atlanta for beji the new offer Inter for edeba 45 million euros no Atlanta for the omo pay 50 by the say roof agency for no omo ahye meeting between Inter Milan and Atlanta nyame adoma next week baba besim ni ahwede Ademola Lookman situation no ebeko personal terms dey oni Inter Milan for awie e score baba beji no Inter Milan no close to 5 million euros a year ni nyina no o mawie bibia akasa Atlanta ebeji Inter Milan for bid no e dey atum kwaku enra ana mebe breaking story dey ma say Donnarumma oye PSG for goalkeeper no ra reject PSG for new offer. Emmanuel near discussing what I say Donnarumma reject PSG for new offer. Na no pay story I made it in a me wan kakra by a free l'equipe for and me no mienu nim say oko France na o pe sources obetima trust your mo l'equipe for e kan wo bi l'equipe for e wo source omo info e wo team bia wo France na no na l'equipe for dia ba betu dwa say Donnarumma no Chelsea Inter ana Juventus any Abranti ene kasa l'equipe for na report and l'equipe yobia ye trust you omo the story ba most especially if free France untimi question enti Donnarumma after say already say PSG for offer no report a free France eba no ye say Chelsea Inter ana Juve ene Donnarumma edi nkomo na de na eye me nwoma kakra de no eye Chelsea ni Donnarumma de no. Because kweku unsi ye ba kobo FIFA Club World Cup no na goalkeeper na Chelsea epe no Abranti friend say Mike Maignan AC Milan kaki tuwe bi anka Chelsea fa Mike Maignan ana sa di ni collapse ye Chelsea FIFA Club World Cup no akwaje omu goalkeeper Robert Sanchez perform very well. I say Chelsea for nim pokura no mu ni mugidie no omaba benya Robert Sanchez mugidie enti anke ni enim say die Chelsea enkope goalkeeper bia by say ababa beto ja say Chelsea after said Donnarumma reject PSG for offer no Chelsea aba rem so money Abrante na kasa enyo mo nkwa Inter Milan ana Juventus Galatasaray for decide say Gundogan osi akan edema Manchester City no ekwan bia so mbefa no na kwaku unse Gundogan oje 11.7 million pounds e Manchester City. Sa 11.7 million pounds na Gundogan eje wo Manchester City no. O di ba euros a 13.4 million euros. Na eno ana Gundogan aka che ne wofa. Onsa ne wofa na ye ni agent. Waka che ne wofa say obeti ni sika ne so akwa Galatasaray. Galatasaray for offer Gundogan 6 million euros. By ska oje wo Manchester City no o di ba euros a 13.4 million euros. Enti wate so pa waka cha no wofa na oye agent oye ni agent ne say Galatasaray for 6 million euros no why ready so be accept it onso no ninchi efri Turkey enti why ready so be join Galatasaray only if say Galatasaray ne Manchester City bet marriage agreement onu Gundogan no oye prepared say obetini sika ne so na wakwa join team e friend say Galatasaray Mame nkwa Real Madrid kakra. Till date, once Vinicius Junior ain't been renew the contract with Real Madrid. Enti Madrid fans ni nyina no ase aye obia ntanta. Vinicius you be renew anase on renew. Obekwa anase onko. Ni nyina ne yese. Vinicius Junior ene ni team. Once Vinicius Junior under Rock Nation. Rock Nation Jay-Z ne dia. Ana ono ankasa ede ne ho aba be wura football mu nte Rock Nation Sports. Omo na say omo hwe Vinicius Junior ni bibia asem, especially ne transfer dealings any negotiations. Na omo ka che Real Madrid for say before say Vinicius Junior be renew the contract e dia ma Real Madrid no ope signing on bonus o renew keke no Madrid e man signing on bonus salary no so ope 30 million euros I was say on Mbappe mo ejepe ne contract ebe 2027 and na Real Madrid for say omo nti ase na obeka ya yebo season no during the mid season before the season be and you do fin ho no Madrid any Vinicius Junior ne Rock Nation for agree bibia enti be to dwampo kra say obe renew before the season be wie by the time a Rock Nation for no esa be share Florentino Perez ne Real Madrid no ana mo sa new offer be to Real Madrid dim e ho na Florentino Perez ne Madrid for say sa offer we die omo ntimi kwaku story ebobo bananu edi Madrid for aka kire Rock Nation and Vinicius Junior say ne contract ebe 2027 omo almost be 6 months omo fan decide your future say Vinicius Junior ebe accept Real Madrid for offer say okasa on accept ya Madrid for decide so beton Vinicius Junior Florentino Perez new offer a omo dia ma Vinicius Junior no wa communicate ya kire Rock Nation for ne say omo accept sa offer no na chenchina omo pe signing on bonus a per salary of 30 million euros dia Real Madrid for nye ready say omo betume tua say ska no enti omo almost be 6 months 6 months no omo fans so omo adwen a Real Madrid for no ebeton Vinicius Junior already Saudi for no ediska kesi aba beto Real Madrid for anim enti omo ntena ho e ma Vinicius Junior contract e mba wiye na wako free enti eyanoma mienu
asemu ade a Kwame he say wo gina he we Madrid because tio say Vinicius Junior or a free agent na all bar say Madrid be man signing on fee okay the contract ni nwuye nti wo Madrid na wo pese wo extending the contract enti sa nti ye fan it say wo she old contract nego na one man new one
they be to mean she old contract
no me ka say sisi I can 2 years and I open so DB count na new one now they count no say a new
offer
into was so just signing on fee na
oh mostly no any player bia no yes at the end man
I am the pass workers as
any player bia
omo ma wine one
we are players are like what top
nti enye komo ye bia nti Vini oni top na
top ba
nti send ya mumusi ye no mo pesa mo kire Vini say onyo bia sisi a because
as say the akika koni de o mo
say na menti ase because top player bia no ye renew amawa oje kakra
asenti no mo say no o may increase the salary no by salary no so say change no
peanuts we is ka
seska no open no o mo dey share salary nim dia ma no ana Vinicius Junior so say change no Mbappe de ni bi
of course Kwame Mbappe ba no so waji signing on fee Mbappe ba no ni image right no ono ko ama na 80% enti sa Vini de enye 50-50 o munyina enye 50-50 enti no already ono kra onya ba image right kra ho no he's demanding wage ni sika
at the cronty so asese no currently a bad day for Real Madrid to give Vinicius Junior the same amount to say Mbappe ni say the kind of profit Mbappe di Madrid no Vinicius Junior Madrid bi say say upe player or sell Real Madrid ni Mama Madrid nyeska Mbappe enye Vinicius Junior enti a bad day for Real Madrid say e ba sana chenchina ni e wo say ye ma o say
enu ti na o ma Mbappe 80% so onko ho no image wise onko ho nti wo dey fan it say eno dey onko ho but wage ni dey also ope pepe
the pepe so dey bedding
And see, as 2 years ago,
and Real Madrid
and Okansa come home per
say we lose from that we lose.
Can't share the straight say the see who and caneno ye who say bio. Now boy nem fan ho adwen because they mo ye.
But one thing they say there is no way say Real Madrid for Ebema Vinicius Junior the same salary to say Mbappe and the Emma Florentino Perez M-Pesa obeyes at the end say the moment Oba agree say Vinicius Junior man the same salary to say Mbappe no the next 10 years say or renew Rudiger or renew Jude Bellingham contract Jude susu be demand
no levels Jude nyana say for Madrid heritage you know Jude nyambe Vini cry into any day
debut ebedu sana be because they say no say Otiase say or man or going for the demand of Vinicius Junior. Then the next player will be renew the contract. Also, bet say any push me come in.
Kwame.
And to remember the first person who protect it on wage bill.
If you wanted to protect it, you wouldn't have taken Mbappe there because say Mbappe are requested for sa. Inka Vini so me. It's already what trigger that then Vini never be trigger. What trigger with Kwame munyina mo kan say me hu munyina mo subai. Madrid for ni nyina say mu for buoma Vini bio. Onwe wiase.
Oh obienu Madrid for Vini.
2 years ago me be say Vini na request ask na come farmer no.
Because at that time someone na the main man.
Nti say no say na ani amudi hunu bio no mu fa hunu sa bio.
Apart from Vini form e work from Nimpokra no. Obi o hwe Real Madrid say nim say the oton Real Madrid say na o mama dunya skapan enye Vini biem eye Mbappe
Vini mfa no ho adwen na de
enti say Florentino Perez amomo almost be 6 months say omo mfa and decide omo future na no ana kwaku ye say Florentino Perez say Vinicius Junior decide say yenton na eska na ebeba no o de ba kofa Manchester City striker Haaland e de aba Real Madrid bobuku ni in case say Vinicius Junior decide say on renew na o accept say Madrid for nton na eska na ebeba no ye say Real Madrid for decide say Haaland on ba kofa no
de ni nyina na ebeba
na waba bi sia kan dia Real Madrid
Saudi dia na so mo Thomas Saudi
mo de Thomas Saudi na eska no ene mo de ba invest e wo Haaland
250 mfa
na aba na chese wa shift Mbappe the left wing no the Haaland so aba
any bad deal o
90 say omato Madrid for na to the ama Vinicius Junior so mun decide there was some year
good one
na me no ka say Real Madrid for so ascend the delegation be call London and Real Madrid for ascend the delegation e ko ni nyina no omo de call Arsenal so ye on say Arsenal for a pre-season by Arsenal penning for office so enti Madrid for delegation o ma send dia akono omo kwa akoshi Arsenal for say on person omo ko busa Arsenal say omo ye ready so beton William Saliba na enti Madrid delegation enche bia no efiti next week ikono on ba ko piem e wo London no ma kwa akoshi Arsenal as to say Arsenal for begia tum say on beton William Saliba e de ma Real Madrid na say omo nton enra me de betu anim say Manchester City goalkeeper Stefan Ortega Leicester City ana Burnley abahu kwaku ene teams ni biasa beka ho Stefan Ortega Leeds United Nottingham Forest Sunderland ana Fenerbahce omo nyina ba se omo pe Manchester City goalkeeper Stefan Ortega Botafogo ewo Brazil ana Botafogo for free Manchester United say Makura Anthony no ho nsem te sen yenya na ye pewu ana Manchester United for kache Botafogo for say omo de omo ton Anthony enti se mo ye ready se betima meet e dimansa e betima ton no ana Manchester United for e communicate share Anthony say wa ukrom team Botafogo for aba opa na say wompe Anthony say onye ready so obekọ Brazil opeso otena eye Europe ana say obekọ liga eye different by Brazil there ono Anthony onye ready say obekọ Brazil Manchester United say by early August e was omoton Garnacho early August e was a Garnacho mutimi ton no na omoton na says kan bi no ana omde beso so e de akopa striker enti Garnacho de hwiebe early August there Manchester United for so beja no kwan amanako kwaku aha say ye ka transfers a ye ntwantro aha say enti na e transfer headquarters no on some be catch Anthony ne Saudi okay enra story na e be break ye no
yeah.
Anthony ne Saudi aha say ye transfers ni ye ntwantro Anthony na nkasa agent Junior Pedroso on ye Anthony agent kwaku story na ye be ye na enra no wa confirm say eye nokre Saudi for naba for Anthony na Anthony eye open so be ko Saudi we a ono ankasa agent ana nura ye story na ye be wa ha no abe confirm say ye no kre Junior Pedroso wa confirm say Saudi for no aba na Anthony say oye open say obekọ after say Aston Villa for reject Manchester United loan offer for Emiliano Martinez no Manchester United for say nyame ya doma Monday ombesa ko Aston Villa for aso ye oni omo kwotena se we di omo ko negotiate for permanent deal no ma try say Aston Villa for ne beti bo ne so Aston Villa for pay £40 million for a year Emiliano Martinez nyame ya doma Monday Manchester United say omo beko no omo ni omo kwotena se no ma te bo ne so Ruben Amorim aka kire Manchester penny for say goalkeeper o person ni dwuma new season no Emiliano Martinez Miko Italy kakra Roma for offer Brian Cristiante and Lorenzo Pellegrini diama Juventus. Roma 2 midfielders Brian Cristiante, Lorenzo Pellegrini. Roma for offer diama Juventus. Igor Tudor ye Juventus for coach. Also op 2 midfielders. So far wa approve Brian Cristiante dieno. Brian Cristiante contract with Roma ebewu 2027. Lorenzo Pellegrini contract with Roma ebewu 2026. And so far Brian Cristiante and Lorenzo Pellegrini ya offer ne e ama Juventus for no on say enra na abaye Yildiz ne Chelsea story no say Chelsea e de offer ko Juventus say omo pay Yildiz na kwaku say enye Chelsea nko ahụ say ne dia say teams no omo hwe Chelsea target omo say Chelsea prospect no omo pay na no ehye enti teams ne ta Chelsea player Chelsea be ko ho no na teams ne susu follow enye Chelsea nko na akọ Yildiz so say Arsenal and Liverpool for so ako hobby. Arsenal and Liverpool for so ako Juventus say omakra friend say Yildiz no mo pe no. But Juventus aka kire omo nyina say akra ne de omo nton ne enton ne kina. Enra na mbeka cho say Thomas Lima a o si akande ma Atletico Madrid no. Atletico Madrid 4% omo ton no. Na team bi enya mbaye. Asem de dia ba say the teams na ba. Girona aba, Vallecano aba, Osasuna, Celta Vigo. By problem I want here so almost penny loan. Permanent deal there. Thomas Lima almost said that ndi. And to penny loan. Atletico Madrid for so person mo turn outright. By teams abani na no musi loan and no pay. Na kwaku I ha say there me catch say transfers no. Sources na Ukraine no eden. Enra na mbeka Konate ni Barcelona de e wa ha say. Say at the time as Stellar agency ekohia Barcelona for no. Basa ebusa Konate Liverpool for center back ne say ne won sem to say. Onim say enra Mundo for reported story no. Mundo a newspaper kesi a e was Spain Barcelona. Oma report the same story. Na mami sama o latest e wo Konate. Onim say Bayern for so e monitor situation no. Bayern e monitor Konate. Bayern for percent omoma Kim Min-jae eko. On say makase Galatasaray e penny loan. So say Kim every Bayern for a targeti Konate. But the quantity a Bayern for entimi nkwani bebrebe an ye say on person mu wie Luis Diaz ye no. Enti so many Liverpool for wie Luis Diaz ne eni banimu ya na. No ma approach Liverpool say almost say pe Konate. Enti latest on Konate say enye Real Madrid nko a, enye Barcelona nko a. Bayern for so de omo ho agim for abante fen say Konate. Na Gazeta for ewo Italy a report say Liverpool for Juventus for midfielder Douglas Luiz omo pe no. On say Juventus person omo ton Douglas Luiz. Yeah. Yes say Liverpool for akobusa Juventus say Douglas Luiz ne hon sensem net say Juventus pay £35 million from Douglas Luiz. Liverpool for akobusa. Na Ghana ni abrante fen say Jiku. On say Jiku abeto just say o ka players a do say ontimi ni omo nya adwuma Jiku ka ho bi. Enra din ne bae. Eniji sem aba e de amajiku Ghana ye defender. Villarreal, Leo ana AS Roma. Kwekoma ba for jiku.
Good teams.
Good teams.
Good teams.
Yes, say Fenerbahce for the omunya 6 to 7 million euros on beje. On say jiku contract ebe 2026. Enche biewu. Villarreal, Leo ana Roma aba for jiku. Nti kwaku we sa teams we dey na nka be yi.
Mefa Villarreal. Say na say be ye free club the monti Villarreal nya bad. Spain ball no betimi abo. Yeah.
Na Roma so
Gasperini so she team pa o.
By teams ni ense nyina nya bad.
Exactly Kwame. But we be okọ be bobo ni bi na France was so onim ho
onim ho
Right,
enti Villarreal
I think these are good teams.
omo nyina aba for
Good
Kuma won say omre no ebuke fa membo body aka so na bigi so e de bebre na eba Al Ali for e was Saudi o maka kire Frank Kessie say afidi o betima ton no ba o beton na at a good price Fiorentina for e negotiate for the deal so Frank Kessie say the Al Ali for say o betima ton no kwaku David Alaba akwa akohia Alonso na David Alaba ka kire Alonso say onya gidie wonimu e ma Real Madrid for ton no na or try so be bibia so be 100% fit or ye fitter sa ball playing center back na Alonso open no ono Alaba obetima ye enti Real Madrid for ana coach ni nya ne mugidie e mo nton no so wakwa akohia coach no na me no wo ka say Barca ka kire Christiansen say or ye the 5th choice center back no otoso ba ko 5 omo say Inigo Martinez Pau Kubasi eye Araujo ana Eric Garcia omu nyina ya ahead of Christiansen until the 5th choice center back
Some be some catch and some free club with them.
sa no person mo catch
Registration in some is also sorry gidi.
yeah
Barcelona registration in some
sorry
you know I was say otiasie no free club
so ma catch and say center backs ni nyina no mo hihya ono Christiansen e toso 5 ana so far offer ba o ma catch Christiansen say opeso prove etina Barcelona
Kwame
na yese Barcelona for achi
no yes
Barcelona for achi no on say Barca fan free ana ohun ni say Barca person mo ton no mo diska enti Christiansen so person etina Barcelona man the contract be wi no so ko free
no kwaji ni sika because all my Barcelona o afa ni free all my on be didi ho abrank sika ni be ko no bottom straight asam no
yese Barca for so ohun say abrank ni person etina ho a
emfa no obetimi atena 1 year we wasa kwaji sika
for kwaji ni free
o kwa Saudi kra obenye sika be
Barca for so hu ni say so mutimi ton animu ya 1 omunya pure profit at the same time omu salary wage no omu te so 9 million euros
me do ya dream because e bia ne say papa Laporta e complain say wage bill no so
eso
into person sound place no so in the case where the deal just supporters no quotate Christiansen sa no we free club mo nya sa
it said omu ye test
oh kwa me nya sa dia de keka Canadian
na Renato Viaga ene Atletico Madrid situation no Chelsea force baby omugina no omugina 40 million euros na no omubeje Atletico Madrid force omonte so kakra na me no ka say El Nassr for e the offer about Chelsea for Renato Viaga
it makes sense
Chelsea force ombeje El Nassr de by say omo twen abrante ne so boy no beje atu
Kwame o say na wo say David Hanko no a o ma turn FIFA no de ka say onu mom ekọ El Nassr and a last minute deal in the break here and on my fat David Hanko no into Renato Viaga no call El Nassr and Kenya bad because I'm more ton Laporte and so I'm call Bilbao
so
Kwame Viaga I think 21-22 baby na but also per World Cup
ako and a World Cup no of no unye Ronaldo abebo Saudi ebe frefre unye ndu sa level so se one bo team kese wo Europe and as a team or compete at the highest level in Europe.
Already, Goncalo Inacio or Sports Lisbona, one what similar style
profile, yes.
Also,
Obo. And you say, El Nassr the offer, but Chelsea fund you almost. Come
on, come by
yes, or more train Renato Viaga so bit Masuma. Medema Nusino, Galatasaray for decide say, Eye Victor Osimhen, or more be printed ne replica Jesse Bakuba Konkwa, 100,000. Galatasaray for say. Osimhen replica just one be printed 100,000. 100,000 no. Ebe mo income $25 million.
Wow.
1/3 of the transfer fee no. Na the medema big yakwaba no. Second, are you ready? Picture na medema no. Ena medema big yakwaba kwaku. There be my Manchester the no show WhatsApp wa. Manchester for say akaba ko pe aka ekome we anim ho. Eye Oli Watkins no. Na omunye Oli Watkins a Manchester attack ni omu team no ebetima compete team bia wo England. Oli Watkins, Bruno, Matheus Cunha, Mbeumo, Diallo,
Amadinho.
Na Cunha no Messi Mount mu techire kakra. Na Rasmus Højlund mu techire kakra. Players na inti yese Manchester United say aka ekome we anim ho.
Kwame na Okoto Ferrari now the mad driver bansa semfa.
Enti so mo say sa attack we no. Ebetima compete team.
Ebetima compete ben.
Sana Manchester for
Kwame
say aka Oli Watkins no.
Na
ebetima compete.
compete for say on be free
almost say a bit more
a
bit more compete team be attack
team bia
oh and based on numbers so only time now when numbers now Kwaku say
Kwame Jai
in when last season
say an has the to asamo boat na into say no into say no who was agidi ni say what she team
yes
man you wow mwe ya intika ya mausika sa squad we na obesisi we ni mu
say your mom is car anything that last time I make
I'll pick it
of nothing bad is good
nene said that you are still accepting say you don't have the
debut some Manchester United will sika and a Manchester United they come marketer Ebian can just strike a Manchester United but only you Watkins men can't only good player but a banesa some Manchester United in Miska if there was a Manchester United share na pay the budget or pay player about when the babishi the team any more on more kwaku na offer only Watkins and you're bad Ebian United will scan ke be for more
proven to say Victor Osimhen num de bi and Ebian Manchester United be ko say o kwa akofa no deny de be aba Ebian Alexander Isak and a Manchester United be kwa akofa so de naba Ebian Lautaro Martinez and a Manchester United be ko say okopen de naba but Manchester United ni say sika ni bi and yet there you have to get a strike obegina nim hono mama it is only Watkins de naba 16 goals in the Premier League last season Kunya 15 in Bomo share 20
you see the conversation is this attack can compete Inti ana Kwame so draw say yen fan to other clubs but your conversation is say yen fan na sa unkomo no yai to say they are available in yafa enya bad who is enya bad I mean to say it is not the best but yen fan na sa because how many will play say change name way George League no or Salah
Kokubeba
we the big
Kwame Kasa
the story is on bit media compete other clubs in the Premier League. So some bit media compete here. Over here other clubs are Manchester United compete. Over Arsenal, the other perimeter the bay say goals will be a share. All things being equal. Only Watkins Emma how many goals?
16.
Mbeumo how many goals?
20.
Matheus Cunha Emma how many
15.
Goals? How many players no more quality at say Bruno Fernandes? So all things being equal says all things being equal say players who Manchester United na omo performing na omo bo etu omo say at the highest level. I agree so betima compete obi compete and say okwa akoje
Debbie
and I agree so betima compete all things being equal.
Kwame realistically Man U who almost saying position we rat Champions League slots in Moana
for now your teams be on way ahead of Manchester United.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Realistically who's a Manchester United beat me Moana Champions League slot.
Okusa Manchester United in your Watkins ka ho wa ni mu hono mo
I pick it.
I mean kasa pick it but ebidia ka be gina coach ne so. Say coach ne performance ko here because the Newcastle attack no did defeat no. Last season. Alexander Isak film. They are can hwan mo Anthony Gordon mo. They are not better than these players at Manchester United wo. But they coaching and they do kokodu sa level no. Arsenal nya Jokeres and number 9 obetimi ama goals pa but per the numbers game Martinelli was inconsistent last season Bukayo Saka injuries hano per the numbers no munya better than this Manchester United front but they coaching inti and omunya de omunya no it is a Manchester United no Watkins ka ho na coach ni mode mo kon kan dia Manchester United betimi ya compete so if you be 15th 16th now to be ba wani mo aba be di be 6-7 far at least you've done well. No, I build you upon that performance. Now that Kwame Sri.
Because Kwame Sri because they say engine to say from 15th to Nyame Aduma say you start this season at Manchester United. A toss of best 7th. Are you okay now?
To me, it's an okay performance. Then they build upon that from there. Now one can send maybe Manchester United deal. You both see the Liga.
But since I mean, in some best what's said the more uncommon. Who raise the expectations so?
Oh, there.
Say we can compete because we can compete. Near start a leg and na enye ni sia na ko conversation as sabebri.
Okay, Manchester United can perform well
because mitia dan mitia mad Diallo. Amadinho no come on and say omunyanka omewura Champions League because I don't know more targets. Then I realize it's okay as a what I say omo fan to say baby I need a free banner enye we are trying to get somewhere. But I say moderate kakra me pay. But the word compete, you know. Hey, na Mikel Arteta cry or break with the word compete.
Until with the kind of players at Manchester United, they can perform well.
Exactly.
They will league anymore.
Exactly, because there are so many teams. Truth be told, there are so many teams ahead of Manchester United.
Oh, that is very true.
Exactly.
But if you are looking at even the top 5, Kwaku, and America say these are new players. Ebi here adaptation. Ebi here team bonding. Say on any partner on any position where any more no. Say befa. An entirely different conversation. But shit teams in Libya. Omo top 5 anymore. Omo attack any numbers omunya last season now. Now the to Manchester United the one. Say omunya Watkins can one and can attack and end that bad compared to some other teams omo top 5 anymore. It's you better the coach in the account. Kwaku Paul Victor has left Barcelona Boboko and I'm sure say as a young player will see so now all board here. Nani dream this will be one of the biggest clubs that we are see about. He stepped into Barcelona. Akwadake to a opportunity. Gradually, ube find be breast ube find do fit. In kakran. Last season, Oba Benya games in the Kakra boy, Edma Barcelona Bobokono. He played 21 games. 21 games no ball for Barcelona. It will league him no. He only started 2. 2 now Akwadane started clearly. Now we need a lot of opportunities that Barcelona Bobokono. But at least the little opportunity he gave some glimpses of Obia unya more opportunities the performance nebetimi akosro. Or she just 2 goals and or assist back Edma Barcelona e will season na ebowie no. We are only free one man. The entire was Akwadane free Barcelona Bobokono and say he's fallen down the pecking order. Robert Lewandowski as a striker number 9. Robert Lewandowski a player who onya any form of introduction. Debbie, Obio di football echi, Obio Shebobia. And in the Robert Lewandowski beat me a Diama club be a womb. Even in the downward moment last season, Robert Lewandowski around age of 36. A modern mono was through to the stands and number to Nyadema Barcelona. No, he scored 27 goals in the league and Edema Barcelona Bobokono. And to be a coach and money to him. So we could choose a player like Paul Victor at the expense of Robert Lewandowski. Debbie. Only one man wine and neighbor, a Ferran Torres. And a neighbor bishim no abo, and the Amabasa Bobokono. Ferran Torres now on so yes statano. And so make sure say anytime he got the opportunity with limited time. But we be prove it. And after the league, ni coach in Pokaye. So person akwadane tena Barcelona bobo kolum because when you a lot of opportunities. But kakana when you a time ubiano or make sure so be make you good use of it. Na niema konka in the amano. On also about 27 games. Ferran Torres or started just 12 matches and a dema Barcelona. But we make sure so be goals or be man numbers. Kwa share 10 goals. It will league and our assisted 6 times 16 goal contribution from 27 matches out of a 12 starts. It's in the clearly you will be on to prove the worth at the Barcelona. It is a quadratena a bad deal to be games Libya abo. Nina than Chaya Barcelona as a quack player I friends and Marcus Rashford the Naba. And he move on. Marcus Rashford elbow position be anymore. He plays on the left flank, he plays on the right flank or sounds to Timmy Bo. As a number 9 in every team will be finding itself. And when you sure say, I'm found some Marcus Rashford, are you new to the Spanish La Liga or you new to the Barcelona system? So you coach now Kita Barcelona Bobo Kona, Obama a young player to step out Victor opportunity at the expense of a Marcus Rashford. Debbie, it's now also finding a way out of the club. Aside, Barca Bobo Kona say yes, ka. Deal now Barcelona ayeno. Omage 12 million euros. Eddie a free deal nimu and sign a 3 million add-ons. It's around 15 million euros. And a Barcelona enya and the to the coffers. Barcelona here sikapa. It is a very good deal for Barcelona, monetary wise, and a very good deal for the player in his progression because what's Barcelona a best the progression. Looking at the players, warning him and Oya Basa Aquada now we free team Nimuako. Say you loan, say you tonwa. Kwaku the here say obabo home because Barcelona actually so was our history in any record they say and we be here so we be here player or team ni mama na ba bi si akanya o mu twa mani kokosho mo mabobo ko ne pen said the beya bar adaptation any problem and some farm now bet me have settle with ease. It will a Barca player now free team anymore, especially young players. All you need to do is to go and perform well. And maybe do now Barcelona here player Edina Babu Bokunma and you likely to be follow be and that is exactly what the young player has to do. Said the beya the progress in Bekoye na that should be an obetimi opportunity e Barca Bobo Konimo. Kwaku Vinicius Junior any Real Madrid in common. Akwa koye in Komobia ni dear den pa because it looks like the two parties in India. Obia will case pa Ure Vinicius Junior ball our body ama Real Madrid e dia ba do this state senka Madrid e ma akwara ni skabia anke se fata akwara no because akwara na pay ni dues dia Real Madrid for the past 4 seasons upe player ba kwa why consistent pa e dia Real Madrid bobo na Vinicius Junior account. Vinicius Junior played the last 2 seasons at Karim Benzema boy with Benzema Karim Benzema 27 now Vinicius Junior 17 goals that season. The last season of Karim Benzema shared 19 goals, Vinicius Junior shared 10. Still, it is our last 2 seasons of Karim Benzema no, he was the second top scorer kwaku Real Madrid bobo ko no. Benzema ko you feel so Vinicius e baba be lead the pack the Real Madrid bobo ko because so about with Karim Benzema no now gain that kind of experience now omoni kwa when I was stepping up with team ni mu now other players na be ba no e ba be didi na se no mo ba be sua the free honom Karim Benzema ko no Jude Bellingham step in since na you feel say Vinicius at least obey the leader and the main man e the Real Madrid bobo ko no Jude be take over that particular shine. Jude be share 19 goals and the Real Madrid bobo ko no so we kaya sa season no and na Madrid for the few say Vinicius Junior born homody to the extent say or say fata Ballon d'Or performance and it was good, performance and it was great, but about the numbers game goals no Jude Bellingham may be the channel sa season no Vinicius Junior 15 goals and the Real Madrid bobo ko no ya boss sa season now there's another season another new player is stepping into the club on board Spanish La Liga Ribida on board Real Madrid da it is a few say we leader not these players eba be kan ho it is a performance be e sonko ho no ma winning terrain ne dada ne de when say o de maye Kylian Mbappe steps into the club. Vinicius Junior again ababa be second when it comes to the goal scoring chart when timi ama melidi Mbappe na on both team ne da embo La Liga ne da e be share 31 goals and the Real Madrid bobo ko no and Vinicius Junior share 11. It's real consistency. Vinicius Junior has been consistent with the numbers. But so Babel did the pack the Real Madrid. When other players are coming in normally new to the terrain and system, no, it has been difficult for Vinicius Junior. And football, no, I such that player now all my numbers. They need one on team baby no. On only player you turn or you turn. You turn or you turn in a sense, and just say a be a open office. They are player na free club nim derby. But Jesse sales. Image rights. They are turn or you turn. And they all my numbers now. They didn't want attention one so no. And they are why. See how many workers say. A player friend say Kylian Mbappe. It is our respect na Madrid Roma Vinicius Junior. Level na normally Vinicius Junior etono. Looking at players about member numbers at the channel no. Madrid en kind of fan cause level ni biom. It is say you see kebi wo my doso. Ya wa do bi wo my doso near the bema ni pa ba kwa. E Kylian Mbappe ni benya. Enti ublemi Real Madrid enye. But on the score of Vinicius Junior, on used to feel so we pay the quarter the Real Madrid bobo ko no. Enti ade bi onu nso bi se bia no, e se fata na di wo no. A onya nke ye. Eti ama asem na kwa ye bibia wo honom. But in football, it said you be a businessman be adwene ni investment ho. And the Real Madrid investment they are doing, when the returns kese be bre omo, it is Kylian Mbappe. It will show performance no and the returns say a tonwa and the Kylian Mbappe deba and then the returns say a tonwa a better they say you over to the level of Kylian Mbappe. That is where the problem is. And but these are two different players are coming into the club. They came with two different status. Vinicius Junior came to Real Madrid as a nobody. Sorry to use this word.
Oh, it's true.
But the Kylian Mbappe LGB and a because he came as a big boy. and Obaya as a big boy, or deliver as a big boy.
See, so Vinijnr Jr. has been consistent,
of course,
recently, and then a performance number from that.
Yes,
that make him ordinary.
It doesn't make him ordinary. He can request for increment. But to say open Mbappe the any bino, that is where the problem is. Because I'm feel say the Mbappe the mayen no, we won't be from mayen.
One senka ideally, can we say Mbappe airba no, can say me pe Vini the any bi.
Of course.
Can say Vini na ba.
Yeah.
So that Mbappe will negotiate say me pe Vini the any bi. Now, if Madrid goes ahead, now with more than what he is giving to Vinijnr Jr. Let's just say automatically one Madrid actually say of value Mbappe change Vini.
Yeah.
And I say Vini is a so far why be.
Kwaku, now the ball lies in his court. So feel so better now they are. Because there is no way they are going to take him to the Mbappe level when it comes to Sikasem. And Americano, Vini will point, but won't even blame Real Madrid man in ye because the Mbappe de Mayeno. Won't even from my CCR. And now Vini in his prime to say the Mbappe buy and anybody another Vini de bar may assure them go be differently. But Vini coming to Real Madrid, Mas a big boy.
Let me push you. Vini prime, Mbappe prime. Why a bear of Madrid pa? A lot of things for Madrid to progress.
I'll go for Kylian Mbappe.
Prime Vini versus prime Mbappe.
Yes.
Obeko for Mbappe.
Meko for Kylian Mbappe. I am saying this because now you move fuse a French league in our form. That is why the kind of numbers are Kylian Mbappe dema from Monaco to Paris Saint-Germain. Now almost our numbers now. But when he stepped into the Spanish La Liga, the first season, we prove that they know France and just by fluke. Madrid team now uncle last season in what is will be Mbappe ding. Debbie because Mbappe performance in any film the team now go yimpa or church the NTA do on the buy or baba ye. And for me, Vinicius Junior Nuntum na umpe an increment. E was sikanim. Said the Madrid de man no form, no be pre-bidia can fine. But to say open Mbappe the any bidia and then the Mbappe de Madrid no, Vini won't be Madrid be. It's the Mbappe the any bia, Kwaku Njeji. Kwaku Paris Saint-Germain. Ekwa pay a central defender, Elias Zabani, free Bournemouth. Or Bournemouth Bobo Kuna last season. One of the players are no more Konkan pa Zabani Kahu. The kind of partnership our form here, I Bournemouth a Chihonum with player friend said in house and it was super. And man tell me Lugina Chihonum, I saw Befempa, no aqua heti Bournemouth, Bobo Kuna a problem. The performance never was through. It is a team be a season new. No one decided to almost compare such a central defender. And the Nababa Bishi team anymore. Only team be 100%. But you look at the Paris Saint-Germain team, all power brand. No one besides a team is so good, they are solid. They be into the all pass player. Zabani performance was so. Paris Saint-Germain already has an established team. That is very true. But the central defense position of Paris Saint-Germain, Bobo Konuku, Tokro or Honum. And man telling you performance and you good. But I dear about Paris Saint-Germain because of how they play, the possessive nature of their game, and you more attack. So your central defense in Nkwa player now also on that controller or your organizer work, or your captain at the Paris Saint-Germain Marquinhos. The performance was so. But there are times that Marquinhos in Impono a suspect. Pacho has been consistent. But even these two, say Bakuni one man nipa or Baba Bishemi a problem. Champions League you want more demo, League you want more demo, but Club World Cup no, exposing the central defensive line of Paris Saint-Germain. Time on mobile game. Now a player friend is a patro any honum. Now was a barado, a babishim no see a kind about PSG. It's clearly now branch any more demo from Club World Cup anymore, or blue shade BBM here. It is our backup central defender. Any beraldo and yamu ya dia obe frole on no na ba be girem no obe si akan dia ma wa kwaku a problem e de ma it the coach Luis Enrique etna se no hwesa ania ma we nyina e so ma team no every department dey solid because once you win laurels you win championships season na ye baba be wrem no wa ba be team be target and the team of person of the French league or building the team said they be to be beat Paris Saint-Germain team of person of the Champions League or build the team said they be to be beat Paris Saint-Germain you are the target of almost every team in Europe. It is a do stage na afei one so team ni mu ye am fele portals na that team ni mu a new season na obaba be wem no and I say the following season na afei ho obaba be kyerɛw eti Luis Enrique tena ase no hu sa ne ma na ebe hia so be fele sa portals no anything no for Zabani and the performance he gave last season in English Premier League you know he's going to be a very good central defender. I feel even if he steps in Paris Saint-Germain even part of a command a starting place with team no because he's one quality centre back team bi obenya ni bia no enya de papa kwaku Tottenham eguso build the team na omo for players ni bia na na report I ba say Tottenham e ko Pepalinya e de na free e ba Munich bobo ko ni mu so what Palinya any performance or done in English Premier League ni mu a the level of consistency at a point now open defensive midfielder or you're very combative or you're aggressive onim ball ni bono to me show the defense the ye it protected the back line and my pressure more in terms of tackles and everything untimi mo now onyi Palinya mfemfem when he gets hold of the ball the distribution ya de ba ko anu so wani beje ho onim ball ni ball in that position or cementing as one of the best but on making the move from the Premier League e ko pie mu Bayern Munich bobo ko ni no injuries chance yes ebem injuries ne bem na brand any team finding the fit that e wo Bayern Munich till now amene wo kasai and there are certain players and yet time bia no bi be mu ke move player no ebetimi ehunu so and found quality okita but that also doesn't mean say akwada ni nimbo ne bo and even with injuries impo ya who players who prepare with teams bibo but we make a move away from the team now for akwa 100% fit no get back to the best of form and today be am come the Iron Robin here example Robin at Chelsea no prepare Robin Real Madrid no prepare but when he moved to Bayern Munich bobo ko ni no injuries ne te koye ye nim do mo ya branch and he became very fit obey one of the best wingers on mobile football we are say it is a Paulina making move na neman konkan farmer until stay fit and farmer team akwa pie Bayern Munich I feel he has to get another opportunity probably baby ebe a league establish as one of the best DMs. It was our league, which is the Premier League. And Tottenham is building a new project. Our coach, it was our GDL probably a be another defensive midfielder what Tottenham. If Bisuma, a free team Nimwako. So we free Mwako as our position now. It will be a lot of game time. Now they are building one getting back to the best of form. It's only common name because he's a quality defensive midfielder and I the ball I hold Premier League him Fulham na and he did that opportunity to get back to top level kwaku.
Well, I'm off power.
Kwaku, Bibi Aboko.